We just suffered one of our biggest setbacks in the series so far, and it was to rogue drones of all things. There's going to be bigger setbacks in the future, and we need to be prepared for it all. If we can't bounce back from this cormorant loss, we will not be able to log into Lynn Rankin ever again. After the shock faded and I got back to Pointin, we got back to work. Back home, time to rebuild. I identified what modules we need in order to get rolling again, as well as pick up a new cormorant blueprint. Thankfully, we have enough ISK for it, but we need more pyrite. That should be an easy fix for me, especially since patch day is tomorrow. It brings with it an increase to pyrite yield to scordite, so we will be able to get the necessary amounts of resources we need to get moving. That said, we need Mexlon for other things, so I get started on some pyro to get set. Some of the items that were lost I do not have blueprints for since they were looted off of rats. So I pre-buy some blueprints and I will pick them up tomorrow. With some items in the oven, I call it a night. Let's discuss what happened back there. In the middle of the Sisters of Eve epic arc, I got warp disrupted and webbed by the rogue drones. These are also the only NPCs in the entire epic arc that actually warp disrupt. Ultimately, it was my own complacency that got me killed. Because it was getting late, I was getting tired, I tried to blitz past the mission and just go through the acceleration gate. If I had targeted and taken down the drones to begin with, I probably could have survived. That brings a new personal rule for me. If I start getting tired or complacent, I put down the game. I go touch grass, do something to rest, or recharge. And if I am undocked, I have to be dialed in.
Focus.
The next morning I wake up and patch the game. I put a couple rigs in the oven, and then I hop in my blueprint shuttle to pick up the multi-spectrum shield hardener BPO I bought last night. Today is a new day. We did lose our cormorant and the gear that was on it. If I look at it, the cormorant we got from the career agents, the only real loss in this is time. The guns, salvager, ammo, small shield extender, magnetic field stabilizer, capacitor flux coil, and the rigs. There was the potential resources we could have gathered, but that is the nature of all of this. It's what we signed up for. When I get back to Pointin, I get straight to mining some scordite for the pyrite inside. Remember, it was patch day this morning, so I get the advantage of about a 10% increase to pyrite yield in scordite. There we go. One load of massive scordite down. And I'm bouncing off of a rock. I'm just gonna hit every rock in this belt before I warp away. I will see you guys when I have another full cargo hold. Ooh, a Dread Garista. Let's get myself moving just so I have some transversal. Take these guys out for some DPS mitigation. I need to get my light drone operation skill up so I have a bit more DPS. Now take out the wrecker, and let's see what's in the Dread Garista crate box. Just tags and ammo. I swear, if I see a diamond rat, I am booking it. I will let you guys know when I have a full load again. That is another load done. Let's go ahead and loot up the field. So I'm gonna do one more full load of scordite. That should be the last load for right now. That should be enough for what I'm doing. Refine this. That should be more than enough to get us a cormorant in the oven. With enough pyrite to get us our cormorant and the modules we need, I put on some new rigs onto my Merlin and wrap up a air daily goal while the items get built. There we go. And air daily done. 10,000 skill points available. We're gonna get high speed maneuvering. Level 3.
Skill training completed.
Since it's going to take a while for these items to get built, I end up logging off for the day. Big news, everyone. I'm now part of the EVE Online Partnership Program. I'm so excited to hit this milestone. You can now use my code SLOWCommunity at checkout in the EVE Online store to show your support for the channel. The next day, I fit up the Cormorant with a micro warp drive this time, and I head back out towards Arnon. Someone's trying to get me to fail the challenge. We are back in Arnon. I did some project discovery while we were on the way over, so we do have a skin crate to open. So let's see if we are lucky enough to get one for the Cormorant. A Tristan. That's okay. We're back to conquer the rest of the epic arc and finish this Enforcer path. I warp back to the site of my defeat and the loss of our Cormorant. We don't have to worry about getting scrammed in here. We're gonna save our ammo and time. Recover a little bit of my capacitor. All right, here we go. So we are looking for the strains. These guys. 22-kilometer lock range. We're gonna slow boat towards them. Stop right here. Maximize our damage. Now we take out the render. I don't care if we're wasting shots. We are going to get as much damage as possible, as early on as possible with him. This is the disruptor guy. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Revenge! With my revenge complete, I enter the last pocket following the mysterious drone. When I get there, a mysterious ship arrives and destroys the drone we've been chasing. There goes the mysterious drone. Apparently he knows something we don't and intends to keep the secret of the drone hidden. I clear out the remaining rogue drones. Yes! We did it! Oh! We came back victorious. We are back on schedule. That was the only mission in the entirety of this epic arc that actually has rats that can disrupt or scram you. The pilot of the mysterious ship is identified as Dagon, a known troublemaker, a rogue capsuleer who was supposed to be dead. And the sisters want him to actually be dead. The sisters track Dagon to Minmatar space and send us to follow behind. Welcome to heck, people. Sister Alitura gives us the name of one of her contacts out there and remarks how the Minmatar are not quitters and never leave a job unfinished. We get to Minmatar space where we meet Kita, who sends us to spy on a smuggler base to gauge their strength and help out against them in exchange for information on Dagon. I scratch their back, they scratch mine. The smugglers have a carrier. Oh dear. We need to provide the information to Tarak of Republic Fleet, and he has a plan. He is going to have his forces draw away the carrier and a majority of the smugglers by hitting a poorly defended hub nearby. And when they leave, I go in and take out their main base that we were just at. Here we go, goading the leader. I agree to the plan and we go off and stand by, waiting for the carrier and most of the ships to leave. And there's that big fleet again. Hopefully most of them leave. Some of them left, more of them left. Even more of them left. When they do leave, I strike. I take out the leftover guards, some reinforcements, and then the auxiliary power array. After looting and salvaging the wrecks, maybe salvaging level 4 is coming in handy after all, I go back to Tarak to report that the base has been taken out. When we get back, he tells us his forces just mopped up the last of the smugglers on their end as well, but one of them ran, and Tarak thinks he might know more about who's running this whole smuggling operation. After finding the guy, I take out his guards, and while approaching he tells me he's not going to provide any information or come with me, and he calls me an egger. Is that what NPCs call us?
That's offensive.
I shoot his little hidey hole once, and he decides to come with us. Kita seems to have found something, and it looks to be related to Dagon, so we go back to her for our next mission. When we get there, we have found out where the smuggler leader is, so we head out to deal with Izia Tabar. After goading him out by dealing with his lackeys, he appears and dies rather quickly. With that assassination done, it was hoped that the smugglers would start running. But no, a new leader is in town and stepped in to take charge. It's at this point we learn that the Mimitar Crucial tribe had infiltrated the smuggling ring, and it turns out Dagon passed through not long ago, so the trail is hot. In order for us to receive this intel, we need to break up this smuggling operation once and for all and take out this new leader. Should be in range for me to just go pop. Ding! And pop. And pop. After dealing with Mazara and her followers swiftly, I learned that Mazara was a Mimitar who remained loyal to the Amar. Keita wants us to rub salt in the wound of the Mimitar. Meeting Dovrik, they want us to drop off one of Mazara's belongings, a doll, with her family, in exchange for information on Dagon's whereabouts. With that taken care of, we're trusted with the information about Dagon and where to get our next lead. Turns out Mazara was rather close to Dagon, being a tutor under him for years, and they fled off together after Dagon had a falling out with Mazara's father. We're sent to meet Dr. Canius, who introduced the Mazara family to Dagon in the first place. He's our best lead to routing out Dagon. The doctor isn't going to give us the information for free, and being an archaeologist, he wants us to clear out some blood raiders that are continually chasing off him and his team, and recover an artifact that they've been trying to get. Let's have some fun. After clearing out the blood raiders for the doctor and raiding the dig site for anything useful, we find a coded document inside. It's written in a Jovian cipher, but the doctor manages to break the cipher and reveal the information that Dagon is after. It turns out that Dagon is searching for pre-Jovian weapons. Think of the weapon that Empress Sarum used in the Empyrean Age trailer. And there's data traffic leading straight to Dagon's location. We have to put a stop to him before he's able to find these weapons. However, before we are able to figure out where, our access is locked out because of Lord Taphos, Mazara's father. He's issued a trial by combat. It looks like he's also tied to the search for pre-Jovian weapons and may be helping Dagon. So if we're going to get our access back and put this family behind us, he needs to go down. Unfortunately for him, he is in a frigate and dies rather easily.
Know your fucking place, trash.
And we are heading all the way back to Arnon. With that family line ended, we get contacted by Sister Alitura. We're needed back in Arnon for the last leg of our journey. In addition, with the Jovian cipher we found, it's confirmed that Dagon is a member of the Society of Conscious Thought, inheritors of Jovian knowledge and their errand boys. He is a dangerous man indeed with tech we need to be wary of. After getting our ducks in a row, we deal with some low-level Society spies. They've been remotely listening to our conversations and efforts, so we need to take out their ears. If we don't, a sister spy within the Society will surely be found and killed. After dealing with that threat, our spy within the Society shares a clue. Kritsan Parthas, an independent contractor who recently delivered drone parts to Dagon. We trace his location, and I'm sent to deal with him. That is a battle cruiser. Antimatter. Let's get in there really quick. This is going to be a difficult fight with a cormorant versus a battle cruiser. I load up antimatter for the highest DPS we can muster, and I go after Parthas. But we have a new problem. And it's neuting me? He has a high energy neutralizing capability, able to drain our capacitor dry very quickly. So we need to warp in and out while chipping away at him. However, he's armor tanked, so we have to be able to deal enough damage in a short amount of time to get him into hull, warp out, warp back in, and continue beating on him.
Phrasing?
A little bit more, do some hull damage. Okay, gotta get out. There's no threat of warp disruption, so we just have to move quickly so his armor and shields don't regenerate a lot. After going in and out about 3 times,
Hey, phrasing!
come on. There we go. I managed to take him down. Anything good? Ooh, that is some stuff. We got a smart bomb. That is a lot of reprocessed material. Oh my gosh. All that Noxium. Oh, that is wonderful. When meeting back with Sister Alitera, we have a choice to make. All 4 empires have gathered to help us collect Dagan so he can be put behind bars, but so they can also interrogate him for all he knows. It also sounds like Dagan knows we're coming and has hired guards, so we need to pick allies to help us in the fight, and I choose the Caldari since we're Caldari men ourselves. We get our mission, destroy Dagan's ship and capture him alive.
Have fun storming the castle!
The Caldari already have ships engaging him and his forces, but Dagan is in a Gnosis battlecruiser and is evading fire. It's up to us to take him out. When we get there, the Caldari forces are already at the end of their ropes and taken out shortly after we arrive. I take out the remaining frigates. Alright, we're switching to antimatter. We are going to pound him and then focus solely on Dagan. I get in close and start bearing down on Dagan. The whole epic arc has led up to this fight. I unload as much antimatter into him as we can, but he repairs his shields too quickly for us to do anything meaningful to him. And unlike the fight with Parthas, I don't know if I have enough firepower to deal with Dagan. Do we not have the damage to do this? We don't have the damage to do this. With the fight going on as long as it is, I'm also running out of capacitor. So I'm having to manage my cap by turning on and off my resistance module. A scary move. 72, nice. Okay, get our hardener back on. Eventually, after only getting him down to about 60% shields, I have to warp out and jump to a next door system to repair and recharge my capacitor. Okay, we need to do a reset. Once I am back in the fight with Dagan, I manage my capacitor much better, getting in and staying close to him so my antimatter does more damage. And as long as I can get him down below 30% shields, I'll surpass his natural regeneration and be able to start pumping in even more damage. He's getting into third of shields. $62, $69. Come on. Once we're past the 30% mark, he's going to start falling faster. Okay, we're through his shields. I'm turning my hardener off for a minute. He should not repair any armor, just his shield. So any damage we do here before we warp out is going to be permanent damage to him. After a long fight, lasting literally 10 minutes since I first fired at Dagan, he blows up and I capture him. Yes! We did it. We actually did it on an Ironman account. We have taken on the well-known Sisters of Eve epic arc and defeated its challenges. Bloody and beaten, we were brought low, but we kept going. We just completed our first epic arc with an Ironman character. Now, to finish off the arc, we deliver Dagan to the Sisters of Eve, with the Amar, Caldari, Galente, and Mimitar bearing witness to the prisoner transfer. We get an unexpected surprise. The rogue drones appear.
Hello, motherfucker.
We're instructed not to shoot them or take any hostile action. They are also witnessing the prisoner transfer. Okay, drop Dagon off in there. And just as quickly as they arrived, they're gone. There we go. The Enforcer path is done. 750 points in Enforcer. 200,000 skill points. It's done. The Sisters of Eve epic arc is done, as well as the Enforcer Air career path. Now we get to go home. I will see you all when we are back in Poinen. Oh fuck, I went into low sec by accident. We still have some challenges up ahead for us, but we've made some great progress, and we finished the Enforcer path with a cool ending in my eyes. Next time with Mainless Mike, we take on, well, I think I'll surprise you. Or maybe not, you're smart people.
Freak show.